Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss about the Chargaff's rule, which was given by Erwin Chargaff, and this rule has played an important role in the discovery of double helix structure of DNA molecule. Chargaff has given two rules. The first is, in any double-stranded DNA, the number of guanine units equals the number of cytosine units, right? As in DNA, the complementary base pairs exist. Means the guanine forms bond with cytosine and the adenine always forms bond with thymine, right? Means one purine and one pyrimidine. And so obviously the number of the one particular nitrogenous base will be equal to the complementary nitrogenous base, right? So the number of guanine units is equal to the number of cytosine and the number of adenine units are equal to the number of thymine, right? And next rule is, the composition of DNA varies from one species to another, right? uh, Species to species, it varies that the how much DNA content is present in any particular species, right? And next, hence, in double-stranded DNA, molar ratio of adenine to thymine is equal to 1. Similarly, molar ratio of guanine to cytosine is equal to 1. It means the adenine is equal to thymine and the guanine is equal to cytosine, right? And next, the sum of purines is equal to the sum of pyrimidines. How? Because as the adenine forms bond with thymine and the guanine forms bond with cytosine. So obviously, the sum of purines will be equal to the sum of pyrimidines, right? And next, the percentage of cytosine plus guanine does not necessarily equals the percentage of adenine plus thymine. Now, if the total percentage of suppose cytosine plus guanine is equal to 50%, right? Then the percentage of adenine and thymine will be 50%. But if the percentage will vary, if the cytosine plus guanine is 40%, then adenine plus uh, thymine will be 60%, right? So the percentage of cytosine plus guanine and the adenine plus thymine will not be always equal, right? So now I will discuss a few questions on the Chargaff's rule. First is, if a piece of double-stranded DNA has guanine content of 26% but proportion of thymine, do you expect, right? Now the guanine percentage is 26%. As from the Chargaff's rule, we came to know that the number of guanine units will be equal to the number of cytosine units, means the guanine percentage will be similar to the cytosine. So obviously, if the guanine is 26%, the cytosine percentage would be 26%. 26 plus 26 is equal to 52%, right? Now, take all the percentage of all adenine, thymine, cytosine and guanine is equal to 100%, right? So now cytosine plus guanine is equal to 52%. 100 minus 52 is equal to 48%. So 48% is the total percentage of adenine plus thymine, right? So the half of 48 is 24. So here the thymine percentage would be 24% and the adenine would be also 24%. So from this question, the concept of the Chargaff's rule can be very well cleared. As the Chargaff rule states that the sum of guanine plus cytosine is not necessarily equal to the sum of adenine plus thymine. As it is clear from this answer, right? Guanine plus cytosine sum is 52%, whereas adenine plus thymine sum is 48%. And another rule is guanine, the number of guanine units is equal to the number of cytosine units, means percentage of guanine is equal to cytosine and the percentage of adenine is equal to the thiamine, right? So in this way such questions can be solved, right? And the next question is, a strand of DNA has 10% adenine, then how much guanine will it have, right? So similarly 10% is adenine, so obviously thiamine would be also 10%, right? In the similar way we will calculate uh, the percentage of guanine. 10 plus 10, 20. So 100 minus 20 is equal to 80. So here the cytosine plus guanine percentage is 80%. So the percentage of guanine alone will be half of 80, that is 40%, right? I hope the Chargaff's rule is now very well clear to you. Thank you so much.